Alright, what time it is? Picture of Steve Jobs. That can only mean one thing. New Balance review. Today we're going to be reviewing a pair of New Balance 993s. New Balance 993s are made in the USA, so they are part of the Made in the USA collection, which are considered like the higher quality New Balances because there's like a bunch of New Balances made in Asia. Also, the New Balances that say made in the UK are of very, very high quality. So, little story about these shoes. I got these shoes in September of last year, so September 2018, and a bunch of stuff happened and never ended up editing the video. I filmed the video, it was a great video, I really enjoyed it, but I never ended up editing it or posting it. So recently I was looking for the footage so I could edit it and then, well, upload it. I couldn't find it. It was like nowhere to be seen. Checked through my hard drive, checked through a bunch of SD cards. It was nowhere. I couldn't find it. So these shoes may or may not look a little bit worn, but they're not like, I haven't like run them through mud or anything. I've, tried to keep them in fairly good care. I do with, well, I tried most of my sneakers at least, except for the Air Jordan 1 Phantoms, which are designated beater shoes. So let's get into some of the specs of the shoe. So here all around the toe box and basically the mid panel and all the way to the back and wrapping back around is suede, kind of like this nubuck, kind of just buttery suede in a way. It ages super well as long as you don't like cut it up or anything. So these shoes are built to last. Like with all things, just take care of it. See, up here and all the way around here, and then back to the back, and a little bit in the back here, it is this suede material that is, well, used for breathability, and honestly, it definitely does add to the shoe, especially when you're walking around, or if you decide to run in these. I don't. I just use them as a lifestyle shoe, and they're incredibly comfortable. And the mesh is definitely good for breathability when you're walking. Now going over to the midsole, you have the Absorb technology. I think that's how you pronounce it. Absro. I think Absorb. That is the technology they use. I think that's the company, or I'm not too sure, but it is kind of what makes the thick dad shoe like quality about it, but I definitely think it adds to it on all part of like what's considered like 99X, like from 990 and then like the V1, V2, V3, V4, now V5, and then like 991, 992, 993, and then like so on and so forth. That's the kind of thing about it, is the sole, which is like the characteristic. It's like the swoosh, if you will. Well, not maybe not the swoosh. Let's say the N, not for Nike, for New Balance would be considered the swoosh, and this would be like the Jumpman or something. I don't know. It's the big. It's how you know, other than the fact that it says New Balance. As I said before, these shoes are made in the USA. Across the tongue, it says New Balance, made in the USA. Flipping over to the back, as you can see, it says made in the USA. Well, it actually just says USA. It says USA, and then embroidered right under it is the American flag. But all around, these shoes are a very good shoe. In Canada, at least, they cost you $250. And sorry if you hear crashing upstairs. Someone is doing the dishes. Not me, at least. I'm reviewing shoes. As I said, these shoes are $250 in Canada, and I think about $190. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that in the US. But yeah, these, I know you can get. I think you can actually get these a little bit cheaper. I think some outlets will sell them in the States. So yeah, but they are a quintessential dad shoe. I definitely do recommend them if you're into kind of dad shoe, more conservative, like just low cut, like not super flashy. I definitely do recommend them. As I was going to mention earlier, the N for New Balance obviously, is 3M on both sides here. Is there 3M anywhere else? No, but it does say, maybe you cannot see this black lettering does say New Balance, and then 993 here, and then 993 on the tongue, also with the American flag behind the 993. These do fit. It's kind of interesting. I wear an 11D, which is like just I think regular width, just fits like other shoes. I would go a half size down though. In some shoes, not a lot, because a lot of the shoes I buy do fit a half size big. So in like all Nike shoes, I'm an 11. I would definitely recommend going a half size down because these will expand, which is great because I think just the suede expands, and part of the quality, like some shoes, they'll just fall apart right away. But these do expand, which can be a positive, can be a negative. As I said before, if you're going for that kind of lower end, not lower end as in price point, but like lower end as in not trying to be super flashy, I definitely recommend these shoes. If you're a big fan of Curb Your Enthusiasm or Apple products, you will know that one, Steve Jobs wears them, and two, I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, now that I think about it, I actually don't think he does, but I thought I may or may not have seen Larry David wearing a pair of these. Oh, and the last thing is they come in this Made in the USA box. Now this actually isn't the box for these shoes. This is a size 12. I don't know if you can see that, doesn't really matter. It's for another pair of New Balances that I got down in the States that I'm trying to sell, but I'm gonna review. I may even review today and then post at a later date. Who knows? I think there's one more thing we gotta do. Larry, what do you think of these?
Pretty good.
Well, you heard him. He likes them. Anyways, now it's time for the On Foot.